MathodMaths has been designed to help you prepare more thoroughly for your GCC Maths exam. We feel that the best way to revise is by doing, and this resource should help you keep motivated along the way. GCC Exam Papers have been put together to show you what Edexcel Maths exam papers currently look like. It is advised strongly that you work on paper as well as using this file to check on your progress. As you can see, this is your index page, which is a summary of everything you've achieved so far. Currently, there are 6 available exam papers for you to practice, 3 non-calculator papers and 3 calculator papers. In red, you'll see what percentage you have achieved on each paper as you practice, and also what grade you've already achieved. Every question from each examination paper has been cross-referenced against topics so that you can get an idea and feel for what you are good at and what you're not so good at. If you want to just go straight in and practice an examination paper, then you can use the tabs provided at the bottom of the page. Let's for instance go into the specimen non-calculator paper, S3. Okay, you can see straight away that your typical exam paper is provided, and you can scroll all the way down to find every single question. Now, where you need to actually input your answers is provided by these yellow boxes. We suggest that you actually work out on paper first of all what the answer would be, and then input your answer into the yellow box. Now let's suppose the actual answer to this question, the area of the shaded region, was 10 meters squared. If I put my answer of 10 in and enter, you can see nothing has actually happened because I've got the answer wrong. So I'm going to do some recalculation, and I now think the answer is going to be 14, and the answer's turned green, which is telling me I'm correct, and it's also awarded me 3 marks for that question. So that's the basic idea of MathodMaths, just to give you regular feedback on how you're doing. Now at the top of the screen you can see straight away that you've achieved 3 marks, so that's 3%. You're still only on a U grade unfortunately, however you only need 9 more marks to get up to the first grade of an E grade. If you don't want to keep your running total there the whole time, you can just move that pane to the top and you can carry on as normal. But if you want your actual mark to be there the whole time, then just pull that pane down again and you can keep your running score as you work through the resource. There's a few other things in here that provide lots of interactivity. For instance, on scatter graphs you may be asked to position coordinates, so we use these action buttons to do so. Let's just move that around. Okay, and what you can also do with these blue lines is you can pick them up and move them about, and they may just help you with some of the conversion work that you need to do. Okay, when I return to my index page now, you'll see that the 3 marks that I picked up for area have been recorded on my summary. My overall percentage for area is now up to 18%. A mark will turn red as soon as you've actually got some marks. It will turn orange as soon as you hit 50%, and it will turn green as soon as you've achieved full mastery of that topic area. Should you actually wish to practice a question by topic rather than by exam paper, then you've got lots of filtering options available to you on this front page. For instance, you may want to practice something on cumulative frequency. So what you can do is you can filter out all the questions that have occurred on cumulative frequency, and by using the hyperlinks, the small black dots, it should take you straight to that particular question. As you can see, I'm right on the cumulative frequency question now. Okay, to pull my menu back up, I need to go back to the All button, and now I'm going to look for some questions on C grade questions, and that's filters out everything that's purely on a C grade question for me. Again, to access the questions, I just go to the black dots on each question to take me straight to the question. I may also want to see what questions are the most popular in terms of how many marks they attract. So if I go and have a look at this one, 24, I can see that probability tree diagrams are very popular and very weight heavy. So that may be a topic I might want to concentrate on. Okay, so GCC papers are really your starting point in terms of revision. We would like to see you work through these as well as you can, and it should build up a profile of your strengths and weaknesses. Once they've been identified, you can share these with your teacher, and it will not only help them with their future teaching, it will also indicate to you what you need to concentrate on, and that is where your GCSE passport will come in handy. Now let's suppose from your GCSE papers that you identified that area wasn't a particularly strong point of yours. What we have realised with GCSE Passport is that you need access to banks of questions from past examination papers that will address some of the problems you have. So, in much the same way as the papers, the Passport contains filtering options. Let's suppose then that area was a difficult topic for us to master. I'm going to filter that down to just area, and you can see that there's lots and lots of questions for you to attempt on area. All of the questions that are within the Passport have been collected from Edexcel past papers dating back to 2003, and effectively within the higher Passport you have access to 48 papers, both the old, intermediate and higher papers combined. So let's go to an area question. As you can see, a typical area question that you might be faced with. This particular question came from 2003 November exam. The setup for the Passport is much the same as the papers. You need to put your answers in on the line provided. However, we've provided a little bit more scaffolding for you in this case, just to help you through and encourage appropriate method. So let's have a quick look at this question. We can see that the area of A is going to be the length times the width, which is 9 times 8. And we know the area of a triangle is half base times height. That's going to give us 30. So we can now calculate our answer of 102. You can see instantly we've achieved 4 marks on that question. Now it's very important for you to realise that the method that we provide for you is there to give you some supporting guidance, and there are obviously a number of other ways this question could be tackled. So you can still achieve 4 marks on that question if you worked it out on paper and still achieve the answer of 102. So we are not restricting you from using any other types of method. So I can return to my index page now. I can see I've got 4 marks. My overall percentage works in the same way as the Passport, and I can keep practicing that specific skill. So, GCSE Passport has been set up to provide you with lots and lots of practice on your most difficult areas. You probably won't be expected to attempt every single question, merely the ones that you need to sort out.